Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Agnes Horvat. I'm a Senior Marketing Manager here at ESMT Berlin. And today I'm joined by my lovely colleague, Dr. Olga Pawlowskaya, who's a Senior Admissions Manager. We are both focusing primarily on the Executive MBA program. So this is why you got us today. After a few short slides about the school and about the EMBA program, we would open the floor to your questions. So feel free to use the chat function and address your questions to Olga. So warm welcome again from ESMT Berlin, from a school, a business school, which is located in the heart of Europe, in the heart of Berlin. We create and impart new knowledge to advance business and society, and we develop entrepreneurial leaders who think globally and act responsibly. On this slide, you can see our beautiful campus. This is the main entrance of our campus. And this is actually a historical building, so it's certainly very exciting to come here to campus and study here and be here during the in-person residencies of the Executive MBA. On the right corner, you can see all the organizations, associations that we are accredited by, and this means that your ESMT EMBA diploma will be recognized all over the world. Just a few facts about our school. As you can see, we were founded in 2002 by 25 leading global companies and institutions. So we are definitely a school, a business school created by business. Besides our degree programs, MBA, master, so MSc programs, we're also running executive education programs, which are the highest ranked in Germany and top 10 globally at the moment. Beside our Berlin campus, we also have a branch office in Shanghai in China, and we do offer PhD programs as well. On this slide, you can see the logos of our founding fathers, so to say, the 25 leading global companies. The degree programs, just wanted to very quickly summarize what kind of degree programs we offer at ESMT. We have 3 master's MSc programs: Master in Global Management, Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Plus, we have 4 MBAs. So today we only focus on Executive MBA, but just to mention, we have a 15-month-long full-time MBA program. We have a part-time MBA and a global online MBA as well, which is, the latter is 100% flexible, 100% online. But again, today we will focus on the Executive MBA. We collected a few crucial information for you about the program. Let's start with the right side of the slide. Here we listed the current class background, from where do they come from, what kind of industries they represent. As you can see, we have a really diverse student community, a really diverse class at the moment. We have 43 students in the 2023 intake. We are actually aiming around like 50, a class size of 50 normally in all of our MBA programs. We believe that this is a really fantastic number for networking purposes, for getting to know each other during the program. Within this class only, we have 26 nationalities. So you can see ESMT is definitely the most international business school in Germany. At the moment, 23% of women, 77% of men is the gender ratio in the class, and 68% of them are internationals. So the program itself runs for 18 months. This is a part-time program, which means that our students are working on the side. They are dedicating their time to come over to our campus 6 times. Plus, we have 4 international modules as well, meaning that altogether we have 10 modules in total with in-person presence. We have one intake per year, which is always in October, and the curriculum itself focuses on leadership, innovation, and analytics. The Leadership in Practice course is a very important part of the curriculum, obviously to help students' personal transition and development, all things around your career and taking the next step. When you closed, closure of the program, you will be asked to work on individual consulting project. Basically, this is your final report where you will summarize all your knowledge. So that's why we actually encourage students to work with their current companies as a showcase of your new knowledge. Here we have one slide about the admission criteria. Just to summarize, we would certainly need the classic application, documentation, your CV, your resume, showing at least 7 years of professional work experience. And out of these 7 years, 3 years should be managerial experience already. We would also need your undergraduate or first university degree transcripts as well. The whole application is the application process. The application form is online. You will be asked to fill in some application essays about yourself and your professional background. Plus, if you would like to apply for scholarships, which we do have for self-sponsored students, applicants, then please fill in the scholarship essays as well. We would need 2 professional recommendation, some sort of test score. We will talk a little bit about that with Olga now in the Q&A bit, because ESMT also has its own admission test, the so-called BAT. And if you haven't been working or studying in English before, then we might ask you to upload a sort of English certificate. So as you can see on the right-hand side, we have 3 deadlines still open for the October 2024 intake. The second round is on the 29th of April, where you can still save 5,000 euros of tuition. The third round is in June, and the last one is in September. I will open now the floor to your questions. Olga is with us, so if you have any questions around admissions on the program, please let us know. Otherwise, feel free to give us a call. Feel free to send us an email. Further information you will find on our website, but you will find also recent interviews with the current students and alumni on our YouTube channel. We're also pretty active on LinkedIn, so please do follow us on social media. And again, if you need additional support, then please get in touch with us. So now we'll stop sharing my screen. And I say hello to Olga and hello to everybody. Olga, who are our EMBAs? Who wants to do an MBA?
Okay, we have a very international community. Around 30% of those candidates are coming from our founding companies. You might have seen that our school was founded by 25 big international companies based in Germany, for example, Siemens, Allianz, ThyssenKrupp, Deutsche Post, and so on. So roughly 1/3 of the class is coming from those companies. 2/3 of the class are coming from open market, people from different organizations. We tried to make the class as diverse as possible. I mean, educational, professional, and geographical diversity. So, and students, you've already mentioned that fact, are coming from different industries. And in the current class, for example, we have around 26 different nationalities. And over all those years that I have been working with ESMT, I would say it's approximately the same number, 26, 27, 28 different nationalities in a class size of 50 people, roughly, yeah.
And I happen to know that there are so many people who are actually traveling from far, far away, from Far East Asia. We had North American students as well. So it's not only internationals based in Berlin or Germany, but it's a really international.
It is really international. We have a lot of students coming from, for example, Asian countries like China, India, Malaysia, Hong Kong, you name it. Then, for example, we used to have even students traveling from Australia, which is a bit crazy if you imagine the distances. Then in every class, we have people from the United States and from Latin American countries. From the top of my head, I would say right now I can recall the guy from Colombia, from Brazil, and from a couple of other Latin American countries in the current class only.
So as we have already mentioned, we're definitely the most international business school in Germany, I hear. And what about their background? Are they already in the C-suite? They're around to enter the C-suite? What do they do?
It depends. I would say they're either in next to sea level already. These are the people who would like to mostly grow vertically inside their company. For example, mainly founding companies like send their high potentials to get, for example, people with the engineering background, but who have been growing through the ranks in the company, and then companies spotted them as high talents and sent them to do executive MBA with us. For example, I can give a couple of examples from Mercedes-Benz. They will often send their high potential female employees to our program. From Siemens that I've mentioned, and from everywhere practically.
And how does the whole admission flow looks like? Especially, I would be interested in the entry exam itself, because we receive quite a few questions around it, and also about our own, the ESMT admission test. How does that look like? How does that work?
Students are supposed to take a test. They have the choice which test to take. They can either upload GMAT, GIE, or executive assessment. We accept those tests as well. Or they can take business admissions test. If they would like to take business admissions test, then you have to complete the entire form. And in the section about the test, you simply put that you would like to take the business admissions test. Once you have submitted your application, we would invite you to take the test online. More information about the test can be found online, either on our YouTube channel. You would have a lovely interviews with the external test provider from PT Methods, or with our AMBA cluster director, who gives more details how to master that test.
Those are actually pretty informative and really quite long videos, but I think they go very well into details and really summarize everything that applicants should need to know.
If an applicant would like to have a very detailed and quite short webinar about the business admissions test, I would definitely recommend to watch a webinar with our director of MBA cluster, Rebecca Loads, who speaks in 30 minutes about the test, how to prepare yourself. Moreover, you can register on the webpage of the test provider, and the test provider offers 3 tests for free. And they also offer to buy a book. But I would say first you can always try those free tests and see whether you need the book. Yeah. During the test, applicants are allowed to use calculator. The use of Excel is not allowed. For example, if we speak about the criteria, what do you need for taking the test online? You would need a computer with stable internet access. Then you will need a working webcam, because the video will be monitored by the test provider. And you would need 2.5 hours of your time to take the test, uninterrupted. Test can be done in one go. You cannot stop it and resume. Once you start it, you should complete it.
And how about the interview part? Do you have some tips for our applicants? How can they prep for the interview?
The interview for the Executive MBA is based on the case study from the test. Yeah, this is the fifth part of the test. In that case study part, you are asked to read through the business case and to answer 3 questions. And those questions and your answers to those questions will be discussed with your interviewer in a Zoom interview. An interview normally takes place with one of our faculty members online, and we normally, or the interviewer will normally devote half of the time to the business case study and half of the time will go around your motivation, why you would like to do EMBA at ESMT, what you expect from the program, and so on.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I would like to encourage our attendees to type your questions into the Q&A. If you have anything in your mind, please let us know. Today, we would like to focus on the admission bit of the Executive MBA. We had actually a recent webinar on the international modules of the Executive MBA together with an alumna and the previous program director. So I would encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and have a look at that recording. But again, we also had a few interviews with the current students and alumni, so those might be interesting for you as well. We will have an executive MBA open house, like an exclusively executive MBA focused open house in May, on the 17th of May. So I would encourage you to come to campus if you have the possibility to travel to Berlin and visit us in the heart of the city, then please do so. But otherwise, we have like a general open house every other month. So you can come and enjoy a session with one of our faculty members. You can meet students, you can talk to admissions, you can also meet Olga and myself in person. So those events are really nice to kind of get a general feeling of our campus, of the school, and how we work, what the atmosphere is, and so on. Olga, what would be your main tips for the applicants? What are we looking for?
We are looking for a very diverse classroom, looking for people from different industries and backgrounds. If you are not sure whether you will be a suitable candidate for our Executive MBA program, on our webpage, you have a section, request a consultation. Please upload either the link to your LinkedIn profile or your CV and mail it to us, and we will come back to you whether we can imagine, based on your profile, to see you as a part of our EMBA class. This is one opportunity. If you are sure that you meet all the admissions criteria, then I would recommend to start your online application. The online application doesn't require too much time to fill in. Once you have all the documents that Agnes has already mentioned before, you will be also asked to answer 3 essay questions. We are especially interested in the very first essay question about your motivation and about your expectations and aspirations, and whether we can help you to meet them. So please try to put more effort in this particular essay. And also, if you are interested in a scholarship, I would recommend to put more effort into scholarship essays. Students can select up to 3 different scholarships and apply for them. In the end, you can get a round scholarship plus one of the scholarships that you have applied for. You cannot combine different essay-driven scholarships, but the round scholarship can be combined with a test scholarship and with an essay-driven scholarship.
Thank you very much for the information. We still have a few more minutes, so if you have any questions, just please put them in the chat. I responded to a few openly here in the Q&A bit, because primarily wanted to focus on the admission phase, the admission process, and not necessarily on the program specifications today. But you can find the answers also in the Q&A bit. So yeah, yes.
For example, the schedule for the program can be found online, together with all the subjects, for example, per each module practically. You will also see the locations for the international modules mentioned there, if you are interested. And yeah, and we have a wonderful also blog that was done by one of our EMBA participants. Actually, now she's an alumna, and she wrote about every single module that she had experienced.
That's a very good idea indeed. The ESMT student blog, she has fantastic entries about the modules. However, we need to add that there were slight changes also in some modules, so it might not be 100% the same content-wise. But I think it's a really good indicator of what the modules are about and how the whole program looks like and the community works exactly.
We often also receive the question how much time you need to invest into the program. So I would say that on average, between the modules, you have to invest 10 to 15 hours of your time into the preparation for the next module. So it will depend on you, how quickly you can digest big chunks of information, how quickly you can read, for example. Then, of course, it will depend. Maybe you are more familiar with one subject than the other. And for one module, you will need less time than for the next one. But on average, maximum up to 15 hours weekly.
Exactly. That is important to stress that it's not just about the online, the in-person residencies, obviously, that are lasting for 6 days altogether. But it's also about the prep work and the group work in between the residencies. So this is obviously an executive MBA. So we have certain requirements, and yeah, the whole program runs for 18 months. I think that there's a lot of information already curriculum-wise and also the structure-wise and schedule-wise on our website. So again, I would encourage everybody to go to our website and read further information there. We also have an FAQ if you would like to go into further details. We have one last question in the Q&A. Let me see. Yes, so the whole program, every degree program at ESMT is running in English. So you don't need to speak any German for that. There's no requirement. So yeah, it's an international group of people, so we cannot require a really good and strong German. So don't worry about that.
But if somebody is planning to move to Germany in the future, then of course, knowledge of the German language is a must-have in that case, and it's worth investing time into it.
Indeed, it depends on the industry, it depends on the job position that you would apply for. We say if you would like to go for a big German or mid-sized consulting company, obviously the chance that you would need to speak German is higher than to a really international tech firm or startup or even anything in Berlin, because Berlin is already a really diverse multicultural city where you can actually easily get by in English. Then let's pick this very last question then from Delia. Thank you for the question. Any good suggestions on funding? How can I get a loan? We do have a list of study loan providers on the website with their external links, so you can have a look at that. If you're based in Germany, actually there are some taxation tips that you can also use. And then, of course, the scholarships. If you're a self-founded candidate, you can apply for a scholarship in the online application form. Plus, if you apply early, as we mentioned in the slides, then you can save some of tuition. How can applicants combine these things, Olga? What is possible, what not? How many scholarships do we give out?
As I mentioned already, we have round scholarships based on a particular round when you apply. And the round scholarship can be combined with essay-driven scholarships. We have on our webpage, we mentioned all the scholarships that we have in our pot with the exact number of scholarships and the exact amounts. I can just mention that we have, for example, International Excellence Scholarship, German Excellence Scholarships. Then we have scholarships mentioned for female participants, for example, women in business. We also have scholarships, eFellow scholarships, and so on. I would suggest that please visit our webpage, check which scholarship, because we also put all the essay questions there, so you can see what scholarship appeals to you, whether you meet the eligibility requirements. And then I would suggest apply for 3 different essay-driven scholarships.
Thank you, Olga. Yes, exactly. So our time is up today. But again, if you have any further questions, please send us an email, admissions@esmt.org. You can also give us a call, or you can visit us on campus anytime if you want to have a one-to-one consultation in person. Online is also possible. Plus, we have the upcoming Executive MBA, exclusively Executive MBA open house in May. So please do visit us and get in touch with us. Talk to our alumni and students, because as I say, they're always our best ambassadors. They went through this whole process, starting from the application and also the program. So I think they're always a really good resource for answering additional questions. So thank you very much for being with us today, today's webinar. This video, this recording will be later on uploaded to YouTube, so you can always revisit it. Thank you, Olga, for being here today. It's always a pleasure, and see you all next time. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.